Wolfpack, lead the way! Holy crap, YouTube. What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. It has been over 8.5 weeks since I have posted a video. Before I went to BMT, I had 170 subscribers. Now, I just want you to take a second, scroll down, and look at my subscriber count. I'll give you 5 seconds to go ahead and scroll down and take a look at it. I couldn't believe it either. When I checked my YouTube when I first graduated out of BMT, I had about 275 subscribers. That means over 100 people still subscribed to me during those 8.5 weeks that I was gone and hadn't posted anything. So for that, I just want to thank you guys so much. Everyone who has still subscribed to me since the very beginning, anyone who has recently subscribed to me even though I wasn't posting, I am truly grateful, and I never would have expected that. So thank you guys so much. I couldn't have asked for more supportive subscribers, honestly. Now, if you were curious to know what that chant was that I was giving at the beginning of the video, I was in the 331st Training Squadron, which is also known as the Wolfpack. Let's go ahead and like this video if you were a part of the Wolfpack too. Or if you weren't a part of the Wolfpack, just go ahead and comment below which squadron you were a part of. Or if you just so happen to be watching this and you were in my flight, hey girl, hey! Just go ahead and drop a comment below so I can see all the people from my flight who watched my video. I went back and forth a lot on how I wanted to set this video up and what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. The only thing that made sense was for me to, of course, make a story time. Most people like to make videos about BMT and tell you week by week on what you're gonna do and what to expect, and I'm just like bump that. That's too much. That everybody does that. How can I be innovative? How can my video stand out from the rest? And what do you guys like more than my story times? So of course, as you can tell by this title, this video is just going to consist of 0 week, but I will be turning this into a series, a BMT Storytime series where I just have all 8 weeks, and I will tell you guys all about my experience and all my story times. I know you're dying to hear about it. I'm dying to talk about it. So let's go ahead and get into it in the next 3, 2. Now, at first I was going to talk about all 8.5 weeks all in one video, but I feel like too much happened in a lot of these weeks, and I would be making a 30-minute video. And who really wants to sit through a 30-minute video just hearing me talk? I mean, so, you know, overall, I mean, BMT wasn't a big thing. You know, we just marched everywhere. We did some PT. We went to the gas chamber. You know, nothing too crazy happened. You know, I graduated, and then now I'm here at tech school. Do you honestly think that's how my BMT experience went? Absolutely not. You know why? Because I know for a fact that God put me on this earth to go through a bunch of misfortunes, to go ahead and put them on YouTube to hopefully make you guys laugh and learn from my mistakes. I was strictly put on this earth for your entertainment purposes and your entertainment purposes only. I should have already known this story time wasn't going to be normal, okay? Because for whatever reason, I just can't have a normal life or a normal experience with something like everyone else. Otherwise, I wouldn't have this YouTube channel. Now, you guys already know I always end up messing something up somehow. Okay, and in BMT, you're expected to mess up. You know, you don't know everything. My F up happened before I even got to BMT. Like, it was literally on the bus ride there. So when I was on the plane, one of the guys that I flew in with had given me some cookies that he didn't want. So I took them and I was like, oh yeah, these are so good. You know, I'm just gonna put them in my bag. So our first encounter with an MTI happened at the airport, and he was basically real stern, and he was like, if you have any food or drinks or gum or anything in your backpack, throw it out now. Do not take it on the bus. Do not bring it to BMT with you because you won't be allowed to have it. And they'll probably yell at you once you get there if you do have it. Everyone's going through their bag and throwing stuff away, trash, all that kind of stuff. And then they put us on the bus. I don't know what possessed me to open up one of the little flaps on my bag, but for some reason I just forgot to empty that compartment out, and I just forgot that those cookies were in that pocket. So I'm freaking out. There's no trash on the bus, and I'm like, wow, I'm effing up already. Like, it would be me. I'm looking around trying to find somewhere to like stash these things, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to get yelled at. Like, I haven't even been there for 5 minutes yet, like, oh my god. And so one of the girls that I flew in with, I'm gonna call her trainee A-Dub, and she's gonna know exactly who she is if she's watching this. But I turned to her and I was like, yo, like, look at the front of the bus. Is there like a little trash can up there? And she's like, nah, bro, I don't see one. I don't see one. So I'm like, MTI is about to get on this bus, and he's gonna see that I have cookies contraband in my bag already. Like, he's gonna be like, did you not follow directions? Like, I'm about to get yelled at. Like, I'm stressing at this point, and I'm like, Diamond, how? Like, how is this? So we arrive, and we see this short MTI walking up to the bus. And I turn to trainee A-Dub, and I'm like, yo, he's short. You know he can yell. You know they always gotta overcompensate. So he gets on the bus, and he's just real quiet. He was just like, okay, everybody off the bus, bring your bags, don't bring any food or drinks that you have on the bus, like, blah, 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 just real monotone. And then he just gets off, and he's like, all right, everybody go. I have the cookies in my hand, and I'm just walking to the front of the bus, like, chest pounding, and I'm just like, okay, I'm looking for spots to, like, throw these cookies in so that I don't get in trouble. And we finally get to the front of the bus, and there's no trash can. So I just took a chance, and I just asked the bus driver, I was like, hey, sir, excuse me, is there any trash can that I can, like, throw these cookies away in? He was like, okay, just go ahead and put them on the dashboard. Like, it's fine. I was like, God is good. So once we got off the bus, they ended up putting us in this auditorium, and they gave us box nasties. I've heard good and bad things about these things. You know, some people love them and some people hate them. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not a picky eater. It can't be that bad. Well, I believe I had a ham sandwich, some Oreos, some frozen orange juice, some pretzels that may or may not have been stale. And I want to say there was maybe like an apple or something in there. But I really wasn't hungry because we had just eaten once we got off the plane. And they were just like, okay, you guys have 10 minutes to eat and you better do it fast and all this other stuff. But they hadn't been yelling yet. So we were like, is this BMT? Like, are these MTI? Like, we didn't know if they were MTIs or not because they weren't yelling. So they're just like, yeah, you guys need to hurry up and eat your box nasties and just be quick about it and no talking. I bit into the sandwich. The bread was hard, but like the meat was wet. Wait, pause. When I bit into the ham, it was like juicy, but not in a good way. It was like this salty, like juice, just like squirted out. Okay, you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that was nasty. I'm not a big fan of pretzels. My juice was frozen, so I really couldn't drink that. So had that been my last meal, I probably would have starved until breakfast the next morning. So maybe like a couple minutes later, they split us up into females and males so that we can get all of our issued stuff and like our backpacks. Out of nowhere, this like female MTI comes out and she starts screaming. She's like, what are you guys doing? You guys need to hurry up and start eating and this and that. And we're just like, whoa, so that's an MTI. So then she has us form up in a line, and we basically, it's like an assembly line of like, get your backpack, get your notebooks, your pens, your pencils, your flashlight, your gloves, all this kind of stuff. And then she brought us into this classroom where she was explaining how to put everything in our duffel bags. And at one point she told us to clip our flashlights on our pants pocket. And of course, mine just happened to be broken. So I'm like struggling trying to put it together. I forgot to mention that she's like counting down like 10 seconds to do everything. So you feel stressed, you feel under pressure, and you're just, it's just a lot going on, okay? And you just got there, you're tired, you're like, you don't know what's going on, and then freaking anxiety, right? She's like 10, 9, 8, 7. And meanwhile, I'm over here like, and she's like 3, 2, 1, and I like clipped it on my belt loop. And then she was like, okay, everybody stand up. As I'm standing up, all I hear is my freaking flashlight completely just breaks and drops on the floor, and it's like dead silent in the room. When I talk about being so scared, and the MTI just comes up to me and she's looking at me and she's just like, is yours broken? And I was like, yes ma'am. And she just picks it up off the floor and she fixes it and she gives it back to me and she tells me to clip it onto my belt loop. And I was just like stressed. But after that, they basically ended up sectioning us all off and like getting us with our actual flight. And then once our MTI came, he starts yelling at us, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And we start freaking running. Some people would like to say that that was like a slight jog. I felt like I was freaking sprinting. Okay, we were sprinting to our dorm, and he was having us repeat our squadron and our flight multiple times, I'm guessing so that we would remember it. We had our backpacks with all of our issued stuff in it. I don't remember if we had our duffel bags then, but I'm just gonna assume that we did because I don't know what, but my back was heavy, okay? I think it was just my civilian luggage that I had and our issued backpack. But basically we were like sprinting. Meanwhile, it's like 12 o'clock at night and we're all exhausted. Now, as he drops us off to our dorm, he explains to us that we need to shower and get in bed. Now, you may be wondering how the showers work in the dorms, which by the way, we had Disneyland dorms. I was in a Disneyland dorm instead of an Alcatraz dorm, thank God. But yeah, you may be wondering, you know, how do you feel? How did you feel the first time showering with a bunch of females? And like, how was it? They did a really good job of just ripping the band-aid and just making you do it. Like, there was no time to be insecure. There was no time to be self-conscious or anything. You just got in there. They were just like, you have 10 minutes to shower, go. You're not really looking at anybody that day. Nobody's really looking at you. They're just scared out of their mind. And then before you know it, you're in bed and you're just like, dang, I'm really doing this. And then it's like really sad. It's like a really sad moment because like as you're laying in your bed, you kind of hear the people next to you and across from you just like, and that's all you hear for the rest of the night until the next morning. So yeah. The next morning, I want to say we woke up at around 6 o'clock or 6:30, which now being out of BMT, that's actually a blessing because after 0 week, you won't sleep in until 6:30 ever again. So just enjoy it while you can. But that whole day was just a bunch of processing and just a bunch of boring stuff that I just don't even remember. I barely remember 0 night. I barely remember 0 week at all, but like I just know that that day was a bunch of processing, and this is actually when we got issued our sneakers. So when you hear 0 week being referred to as sneaker week, or if you're referred to as a sneaker weeker, it's because you're wearing your ABUs, okay, with sneakers. Not your boots, not your issued boots yet, because you don't get those until later, but you're wearing your ABUs with freaking sneakers. You look foolish, okay? You look foolish, you look dumb. All right, so you just have to get over it, just deal with it. You're gonna look foolish, all right? But yeah, that's pretty much all I remember from 0 week. It's pretty foggy. You probably won't remember anything either after that. That's all I have for this video as of right now. Trust me, we still got 7 more videos to go. Plus, I can't wait to talk to you guys about tech school. Okay, I just gotta get through BMT first and tell you guys all about how tech school is going. If this video was boring and not what you expected, I apologize. Not that much went down 0 week. So trust me when I say we have a whole lot more to talk about, okay? How my first PT test went, first sign of drama. Oh, and not to mention the whole scandal that happened within our flight because someone decided to lie on their PT test in order to pass. But you ain't hear that from me. My BMT experience gets really, really real. If you guys like this video, I hope that you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel in order to keep up with the rest of this BMT Storytime series. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. If you're from my flight and you subscribed, I appreciate you. Y'all some real ones. But hey, you know what? If this video gets 10 likes, I will post the week 1 storytime video. Seriously like it so that I know to keep posting them. But if this video really gets 10 likes, then I will continue to post them. If they keep getting likes, I will just continue the series. So go ahead and like this video and I will see you guys in the next video.